There are many names associated with Utah. The Beehive State, Nature's Wonderland, the home of Zion, the crossroads of the West, and the Promised Land. We call it home. Utah has always been a part of the Western frontier. It still is today. It's a place where freedom is as close as an open trailhead, where the natural world is as important as the man-made. It's a place where a handshake still means something, and people are still as good as their word. One of the hallmarks of this land is open space. Where the east and west coasts have become clogged with congestion and cities that never end, Utah has canyonlands, desert expanses, and towering rocky mountains that beckon humanity to explore. These resources and public lands have brought men and women from across the world to settle here, start families, work the land, and enjoy the beauty. Over the past few decades, a divide has slowly grown concerning these western territories. The debate between protection and use has raged from the floors of Congress to the town hall meetings of small Utah hamlets. The differing ideologies battle over who will control the land. Will it be used responsibly by local stewards? Or will it be closed off to everyone except a few because it is just too beautiful to be entrusted to us? There is passion on both sides, as well as truth, but striking a balance that allows the land to be protected and used has seemed almost impossible. That is why Take Back Utah was created. Take Back Utah is an organization that believes Utahns have a right to plot their own destiny when it comes to public lands and resource management. Instead of locking away huge tracts of our state for wilderness conservation at the command of the federal government, where no roads exist and no use is allowed, Take Back Utah fights for local control and responsible use. Many skeptics have asked, take Utah back from whom? Isn't it still here? Well, over 74% of Utah's public lands. Of that, only 10% is controlled by the state. Instead of having decisions made 1,000 miles away, those choices should first be made here. Questions like, what is proper for energy extraction or recreation? Which areas should be protected and which used for energy? People who actually use and love the land should have a say. If a judge in Washington, D.C. can close off hundreds of thousands of acres without consulting any locals, or a congressman from New York can propose a wilderness bill that would lock up an additional 1/5 of the state of Utah where he has no jurisdiction, then yes, Utah has been taken away. Every year, bills run through Washington, D.C. with the goal of turning up to 1/3 of the entire state into little more than a museum. No roads, no resources, no touching. Take Back Utah calls upon Utah businesses, recreationists, and politicians to exert their rights as citizens. The first Take Back Utah rally in 2009 is an example of this. Thousands of people from outside the state arrived on the steps of the Capitol to make their voices heard. All they want is to be able to use public lands responsibly. Some just want to keep a favorite off-highway trail open and cared for. Others want to extract resources that will add jobs, improve lives, and allow Utah schools to benefit from trust lands that are currently locked inside wilderness areas. All of these groups are entitled to have a say in what happens to the West's public lands. Another Capitol rally is currently being planned for late summer 2010. Everyone is invited to participate and add their voice to a growing chorus. Go to takebackutah.org for more information regarding dates and how you can become a volunteer or donate to make this the national event it needs to be. The decisions that affect lands here in Utah should be made here in Utah. This is a modern frontier where trust and friendship are more than just words. This is our home. It's time to take it back. Join us for Take Back Utah.